Hello, friends. Welcome to Squared Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be doing a flip through of my catch-all Frankenplanner system for the month of October. I'll be going through all of my completed spreads, as well as doing a little bit of an addition to this planner for November, which will be me adding in my holiday planner. Hopefully you guys are not hearing the noise going on outside. I will check it when I do the editing, but if you do hear it, I'm sorry. I'm in a new place and trying to figure out a good filming schedule and location, and it's a little bit chaotic. So anyway, that's just a little bit about me. Let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so as you can see here, I have my one planner system on some expander rings. I do a DIY cover usually, but this one has a frosted cover that I think I got from Live Love Posh on top. Lots of organization in here. I have plenty of videos if you really want to know about my planner setup and how I use my planner to, navigate my life and keep it all in one place. But for now, since this is a flip through video, I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead to my schedule section and go through the parts of my planner that I completed last month, which is for October. At the front of my schedule section, I have my first planner set, which is my year planner. And in here, I have a future log, which I did have some additions to last month. So I have that. Behind it, I have my work schedule, which I don't share, but it's just a perpetual calendar from my shop with all of my projects for my freelance design business. And here I have my yearly habits tracker, which I have been using for self-care items, mainly for the year. And that is how it turned out for October. Only 2 more months to go, which is kind of crazy until the end of the year. I feel like this year has flown by. The next tab, I just jumped ahead. The next tab is my year memory keeping tab, which is basically just a lined monthly from my shop. And I usually do a setup video for these pages that you see here, this page and the currently on the back. So if you want to see more about the decor or what I was using, if you like certain stickers or washi or whatever, check out the Plan With Me videos where I do the setups each month. That's where you'll find all that information. But this was how it turned out for this month. I think it turned out really cute, except for the orange. I wasn't really happy with how bright the orange was compared to the other tones, but I wanted to continue like a gradient feel, and I just pulled out 3 colors that I already had in my little pencil cup that I keep every month. So this is what I ended up with. Otherwise, it turned out really good. Have a little bit of doodling in there as well as a little bit of lettering, but keep it fairly simple, just 1 or 2 highlights for the day in there, and that's it. So it's just a nice way to keep track of time when my days are repetitive or routine, just to bring out some highlight to differentiate each day from another. And then on the back, like I said, I have a currently page that I set up, and here I just track things like what I'm reading, what I'm listening to, and so on and so forth, just to again keep track of life and what's going on with me each month. So that is the monthly memory keeping section of that year planner. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. And as you saw momentarily ago, I did have the November section in there already. So let's go ahead and jump ahead to the next planner set, which is my faith planner. For my faith planner, I am using, again, inserts from my shop. This one, what's happened here? I put this in the wrong place. I'm like, this doesn't look right. Let me go ahead and put this in its correct spot. It's been a bit chaotic, friends. If you follow me on Instagram. And here we just moved again out of state. I just moved about a year and a half ago, and then now we're back in California, and it's just been chaos this last week. Trying to keep up with things has been something. So for now, back to my faith planner section. Again, I do a setup video on these pages usually once a month, and I do the whole month for my faith planner in one theme, including the weekly. So all the monthly pages, all the weekly pages usually have one theme, and I design it all at once, so I don't have to worry about decorating pages every week or so. For this month, I really loved the theme, just like a fall theme. I've been doing lots of fall themes, so you're going to see that as a pattern in this flip through. But I really like this one. Very pretty stickers from Live Love Posh, and I just like the colors. I love this washi that I got from Plentything, and using it as kind of like individual stickers just adds an extra little bit of texture I love. And then what I do is I track my faith habits. So over here, I track my morning prayer, my daily Bible reading, my daily lettering, verse of the day lettering. And then I usually do what I call my faith project, which I've been following the Little Faith Blogs monthly project, I guess, or monthly thing that she puts out so that I can, just increase a little bit more of my spiritual time in the morning. Things have adjusted a little bit over this year as far as how much time commitment I am spending in this planner, but pretty much I was able to keep up with everything this month. I have my prayer list here, and it is for the entire month of October. On this side here, I have some spiritual prompts that just kind of check in with me each month and see how I'm doing with my spiritual health. And this is all part of the insert that's available in my shop if you are interested. And do check the description below. Any of the major inserts that I'm using and some of the accessories as well in this planner will be listed down below if you're looking for something that you see as we go through. So the next spread in this section is my faith monthly, and here I track those daily Bible reading verses. So I've been just writing them in. Before I was also adding in what I call my takeaway, but I've kind of abandoned that for this last part of the year. Things have just been too chaotic for me to really sit down and focus. So I've been doing the reading, but I've just been more absorbing it as I listen versus actually try to grab out an application each day, which was what I was doing before. But overall, it's been really good. I've been able to keep up with my Bible reading, and again, the theme is all themed out in the same. Then we move on to my weekly pages. These pages here I use for the daily verse lettering. I use an app called YouVersion Bible app. I will also try to link it down below. And just grab whatever verse of the day they feed in there and then do a little lettering practice here on each day. Do try to pick out the colors from the theme and use those throughout. So I had these 4 colors to work with. I tried a few different things this month, which you'll see from week to week. This one I did an alternating 2-color option here, which wasn't bad. But again, I kind of felt like this yellow orange tone was a little bit bright for this theme, but I still like it. So it's good to have some variety. And then this week, I ended up mixing up the orange and the yellow because they're super close in color. So this was actually in the yellow tone that you just saw in the previous week. And then this one was partially in the orange. I think this was written in the yellow. And this one was orange. This one I rewrote over in the orange because I kept pulling out the yellow instead of the orange. And so I tried my best to make it look even, but I can still see the variations, which was a little bit annoying. But once you start writing, it's really hard to undo that. So I'm like, ugh. Anyway, just my type A personality there showing itself. I also use a couple other pens. I use a fine liner, and that is from Right Tech. And then I also use occasionally my Fudonosuke brush tip pen from Tombow. Yeah. And then the other colors, I believe these were all the Right Tech dual tip brush pens or regular tip brush pens. Yeah, just brush pens. Yeah. Anyway, Next, we have the next week. And here I had decided to try to use all 4 colors in an alternating fashion because I was just tired of mixing up the orange and the yellow. And then I also didn't really care for the shell all that much. So I put it here, and then I did red, brown, and then the orange, and I did them on top of each other. That came out okay. Yeah, I mean, no complaints, I guess. And then the final week, oh wait, is this the final week? No, one more week after this. So for this week, I also did an alternating, but this time I alternated all 4 colors so they weren't on top of each other, just to see some different ways to do it, play with different colors. And this is how it turned out. Lots of doodling on this one, but I liked how it turned out overall and just the look and feel. I do have a lettering series if you want to know more about how I approach this every morning, just like how I get the different styles of lettering, and to give you some ideas and tips for doing something similar in your own planner. I will try to link it down below, but if not, just hit me up in the comments for it and I will send you the link for that playlist. So this was the very last week, and again, like I said, we were moving, so basically all of the end of the month was just chaos. So I missed a few days of lettering, but overall it turned out pretty good. I do see some stuff that needs to be erased. I did not do a very good job of erasing this week. I'm just going to quickly do that. I like to pencil things in first and then rewrite them in pen just so that I can work out the design. Sorry, this is probably shaking this entire camera thing. Camera system's different on this, you guys. Everything is just different right now. I'm in between setups. Just need to get everything worked out. So sorry if this is really shaky. Okay. Anywho, so this is how last week turned out. Like I said, missed a couple weeks, but I'm okay with that. It really just was not going to happen. So this back page is what I call my faith project. And this is a plan, like I said, put out by Little Faith blog. And she calls it her little Bible plan. That's what it's called. She includes usually some kind of verses to read and then some activity you can do also along with that. I didn't do too many. Actually, I don't even think I did one activity this month, but I did try to read through the verses. Basically, we went through the entire book of Revelation, but I missed the last couple of chapters because of the move. But overall, I think I kept up with that one pretty well. So that is my faith planner section for October. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. I usually just go ahead and put this in its storage binder when I'm all done. And then I grab the new month and put it in. I only keep a month at a time in each section just to cut down on the bulk of this planner. So I'll put this away and you guys will see that later. Or, I mean, I've shown it before in the past. It's nothing really exciting, so I'll just put it away off camera. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to the next section. But first, just so you know, that very last tab with my faith project usually shares this cleaning schedule. And as you can see, I haven't had time to actually print off the November monthly for that Little Faith blog. Again, because of the move, I got to get the printer set up and all that good stuff. So that's going to come and you'll see that on the flip through, but I'm already behind a few days for that section. So like I said, this is it shares a tab with this monthly cleaning schedule, which I did just refresh for November since we're in a new place and everything needs to be cleaned. So I'm slowly trying to tackle things in the house and getting it all situated. But it's, yeah, right now I'm just exhausted. I'm tired. So I have to really will myself to get things done. And then I also wiped the back. This is my spring cleaning section, more like annual items, and there's a lot to do here as well for this new place. So I just wanted a fresh start so I would know what I've done and how to, make sure I'm touching all the things I want to touch here. Again, that's the end of my faith planner with this little additional insert tucked in. Now we're moving on to the next planner set, which is my health planner. And here again, I'm using inserts from my shop. I have my step tracker, as well as my fasting tracker here. This one is a custom item where I've combined a step tracker from my shop and then added in some habits and a little bit of extra space down here so that I could track this all on one page. It's not available as is in the shop. There are step trackers individually, so if that's what you need, then you can find that in my shop, like I mentioned. Over here, the fasting tracker I have as well, and I do offer that in my shop with a couple of versions available with that listing. I also have this section of my planner decorated with a similar theme for all the monthly pages. So all the monthly pages will have these stickers, and I usually don't do setup videos for these because I just try to throw something together to make it a little bit prettier than just standard and call it a day. I don't really put too much thought into the design of these pages. So this month I ended up using some PET tape I had gotten from Journal Say with these like fitness items and girls. I usually don't like to see girls in my planner, but I have so many of these stickers, I just thought I would throw them in and see what I thought. And they didn't bother me, so I ended up using those, mixed in with another PET tape I got from Journal Say that has like this fall theme with a little bit of hollow, which I thought was weird when I first got it. I don't know, I'm not a big hollow fan, but I figured in my health planner I could make it work, and I like the combination of these two sticker types. The colors and everything were a good match. More about the actual content on here. These are some health habits I like to track. If you have any questions on any of the stuff you're seeing, just let me know in the comments. I go through it pretty much every month, so skip over that. And then I do 1 meal a day fasting for the most part, so I just have been tracking that here so I can figure out my fasting hours. It doesn't always work out that I do only 1 meal a day. Sometimes I get extra hungry or eat too early and feel like I need more food later in the evening. But the goal is always to get 1 meal a day and to fast at least 20 hours. So when I hit that, I highlight it. The next spread is a monthly spread, again from a shop, and this is where I track basically a month's worth of workouts. So at the top, that's what you're seeing, the types of workouts that I did each day. The next part is my total calories. So I track what I've ingested every day calorie-wise, and then the amount of protein out of those calories that I consumed. I'm trying to up my protein every day and also trying to manage my calories without going crazy most days. So this has just been a really good way to keep myself in check and just see what I'm eating and how, things can get away from me really quickly if I'm not really paying attention. So that was that. A couple of new things I added related to my health goals was tracking my excess fat. I was going to a gym where I was able to track my body stats and composition in the gym. So I was checking it once a week, and I did really well as far as seeing my excess fat go down, meeting my goals. But then something happened the next week. I don't know if it was stress or what, but my excess fat shot up again within a week. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but that was a little disappointing. And then I was tracking my weekly volume lifted as well. I've been trying to do more strength training and heavy lifting. So I had some goals there, and I think I pretty much achieved those goals after the first week. I lifted more and heavier. So that was great. And it's nice to see it all in this kind of format so I can compare the weeks and just all that good stuff. So here is the first weekly spread, and I am just using a lined vertical layout from my shop. This is something I usually design each week separately, and I haven't really done many plan with me's on my channel lately. So you're probably not going to be able to find anything in here sticker wise or whatever. So if you have a question on anything, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to give you that information. I really liked these fall themes. It was National Coffee Day, so I mixed in some coffee and just coffee splatter, but with fall colors mixed in. So I really liked how it turned out. I use mostly, I believe, stickers from Journal Say. Almost all of these are Journal Say, except for maybe the boxes. which I believe were Anna being on a mission from one of her sticker sheets. I track my food log each day, as well as, again, my workouts, but also include the time I did each workout and how many calories I burned during that workout, and then my daily health stats that I get from my Apple Watch. So that's how that turned out. This one was a little bit more simplified, but I really like where I was going with this. I just got busy. I remember this week that I was like, I should add some more color, but I was like, I don't have time. So we're just going to leave it as is. And I really like it. I love a gradient theme. I love a rainbow theme, especially in my health planner. So this was just perfect. Pumpkins and gourds, great for the seasonal vibes, but also with the colors. These stickers were mostly from a Planning Things sticker book. And I think, yeah, pretty much everything was Planning Things stickers here. I do my own stat stickers on my computer and then just print them out on label paper and cut them up and use them. So that's how that is. Basically just tracking all the same things. So this week was interesting. I decided to do a puzzle theme. I had these puzzle stickers that I got from Journal Say that I've been wanting to use. And I've been doing so many fall themes, I thought maybe it would be fun to just kind of add a totally different color palette in here. And it actually did turn out pretty good. I wasn't really happy with it at first because I didn't have any highlighting in there, none of this pink highlights. So it was very green, and I don't know. I was having a hard time really like feeling like energized by the spread, and it was a little bit chaotic. But once I added in that pink highlighter to match up with some of the pink backgrounds and things, I really liked it. And definitely the two color theme helped enliven this overall. But like I said, I got these stickers from Journal Say mostly. I think these solid boxes are from Planning Thing. And I use these little overlay tapes is what she calls them, from Narrative Hues to add a little bit more green in here. And overall, I think it turned out really good, specifically after the pen. And then here was the next week, and this one was again back to all the fall feels. I had these really pretty bird house stickers with the fall color, again from Journal Say. I have a lot of stickers from Journal Say, and I really like what they do most of the time. So I've added that in, added a little bit of stamping ink and blending in the background just to have a bit more brightness and color in here and just change things up. So I blended in, I believe this one was, I want to say corduroy. It was the color. It's from Tim Holtz. And then I added in like a stamp of the same color with a scripty font to kind of tie in a script washi where I put it. Overall, again, just super cute and very fall-like and tracking all the same things. So this is what I decided to do for the last week of the month. This was our moving week, so it was a little bit, again, chaotic. I didn't really get to do much working out these last few days, but I did my best to track what I was eating, and I, again, tracked my steps. The theme, I was thinking Pinktober, I kind of missed it. I was like, oh no, October was over and I haven't done a pink breast cancer awareness theme, so I decided to pull these pink pumpkins out and make it work. And overall, I think it turned out so cute. I'm not big into Halloween, so I don't do Halloween spreads, but I do like, pumpkin themes in October, so this was just perfect. And then with the tie-in to the breast cancer awareness was nice. Didn't have a ton of stickers that were specifically focused towards that, but I think I pulled it together nicely with what I had. The very last page in my health planner section is my symptom overview. Basically, it's a mix of my meds and supplements tracker and my symptom overview tracker. I just wanted it to be a little bit more condensed and a little less overwhelming each day to fill in. And so again, this is a custom item that I created. But basically just track all my meds and supplements here, color code depending on what area of my body we're talking about or what I need to use it for. Here's where I track the severity of my chronic illness symptoms, and then I usually write in a little tidbit each day about how I'm feeling and what's going on with me in that area. So that is my health planner. And again, I'm going to go ahead and pull these pages out. And we will jump ahead. There is going to be one more section at the back that shares this tab here with my symptom overview, which is my health annual stats. So this one, I track my monthly health stats for the whole year, and then I can compare and contrast each month with each other. So I filled in October already, and then inside of here I have my body measurements. Once a month I will measure my body measurements. Facing that page I have my daily weigh-in, which is what I use for the entire year. So it's just a chart with an easy way to put in my weight each day. Okay, so the last planner we're going to go through is my agenda planner. And in here, again, I'm using inserts from my shop. And this one is a mix of two inserts. This one is my month overview page here with the habits and the long to-do list. And then over here, I wanted a little bit of a larger monthly view. So I'm using the single page monthly inserts from my shop for this. But the month overview comes with a monthly as well. It's just a little bit smaller. And then you have more room down here at the bottom. So again, I decorate all of the monthly pages in this planner in the same theme, but I do the weeklies individually each week. I do have a setup video on this monthly setup for my agenda planner if you want to see more again about the stickers I'm using and the whole theming and the setup process. So I have that available. But overall, this theme was pretty good. Kind of had a little bit of a dark academia vibe. I don't know if it was just like the black or the darker tones of some of the stickers, but overall I really liked it. It was like a little bit more of a moody fall theme. I also mixed in some copper foiling, as you can see, in some of these areas just to add a bit of shine. The next spread I have here in my agenda planner is my monthly goals and weekly tasks spread. This is available in my shop. It's the 2.0 version with the 5 weeks. I also have a standard version that had 4 boxes here for each of the 4 weeks, in case you prefer that look and feel. So I do theme this out each month in the same style as the other pages, but then I also do a setup video specifically writing in my goals and tasks for the month if you want to know more about my goal setting process. So that is all how it turned out. It was a very busy month, like I said, surprisingly, but I think overall I got quite a bit done for what I had time to do. Here is my first week of the month, and I really love how this turned out. Again, it was coffee day, National Coffee Day, I believe this Monday. So I went all out with the coffee themes. Those are some of my favorite. I just love the kind of chaos of the like coffee splatters and things like that. So this was a super fun one to set up. I am using my hourly dashboard lined layout from a shop. This one has a week at a glance on one side here and a week at a glance on the other side. This one is for time blocking, and this one has more of a dashboard look for to-dos or events and appointments you want to track. This layout has been great for me this year. Been trying some different things, how to design it, how to utilize the schedule here, and also, putting in to-dos and such. And I just really love how it's made me more effective as far as productivity and, again, getting things done. Loved this theme, loved the vibes, and I felt very productive. I think this week in particular. The next spread here is one, I think I was starting, yeah, that's right. I was starting my photography class, so I decided to do kind of a camera focused theme and also mix in some like school stuff. I think this one turned out really cute, specifically for starting this class this week. And colors were kind of fun. I liked adding in a little bit of this blue highlight from some of the stickers just to kind of liven things up and brighten things up a bit. It's more like a blue-gray, so I think I pulled out a gray marker for that. But overall, really like that. Again, this one was really fun. I did kind of a fall mixed with, I don't know, kitchen vibes theme. As I was setting this up, I feel like I did a plan with me on this. As I was setting it up, I was thinking of Williams-Sonoma stores around the fall time, how they feel when you go in there. And I really feel like I captured that vibe. Again, all tracking the same things. I got my hourly schedule here and then my to-dos and call outs here on this side. Love, love, love this one as well. It's kind of subtle fall themes. And then this one was more overly fall, but I really liked it as well. More cutesy. Kind of reminded me a little bit of like old school Happy Planner, like Squad Girls maybe. But I was using stickers from Anything, one of her older sticker books, mixed in with some branch stickers I got from Journal Say and some washi tape. Loved this one as well. Just again, more like fall vibes and all the same stuff I'm tracking, but lots of fun to look at while I was doing all the things. And then this was the final week. I ended up doing some pumpkins in here. Again, not really into Halloween themes, so we went with more pumpkins with a little bit of a kind of a funky twist and florals. Loved that. Like the black plaid as well. Again, this was a kind of crazy week, and so like my time tracking went off a little bit over here, but we got her done. And I was able to catch up and get things written in as I remembered them. So as though we did. And that was pretty much the last week of the month. Again, I have that theme here from the previous monthly pages continued on here on my social media calendar. This spread is somewhat custom. I mean, this is just a simple single page monthly, but I added in the header, social media schedule, and then over here I have my social stats tracker, which again is a customized item, but it's just based off of something else I already have, and I added in some areas for tracking stats and what have you. But that is basically it for my agenda planner. I don't use the back page, so it's just blank. And I will go ahead and take it out. And let me skip ahead. So the very final section in this schedule section that I fill out each day is my budget planner or finance planner. I have a couple of tabs up here, but I don't really show these pages because they have our pertinent information in there. But that's part of my monthly setup, so that will also need to be moved out as well. And then I have the back of my planner, which hasn't changed as far as setup right now, in case you're wondering. Got my reference section and then the back. Okay, so one more thing we're going to do today instead of wrapping things up, I am going to add in my holiday schedule or my holiday, not holiday schedule, my holiday planner. Thank you. Whew, that was rough. So this is my storage planner for all of my holiday planners from years past. And so I've already pre-printed out the planner I'm going to be sticking in here. Let me jump ahead. Okay, so these are my holiday plans planner. I only print out certain pages that I need, but there are multiple pages in there for you guys to use. This is kind of thick. It's going to bulk up my planner a little bit, but that's okay. Oops. So this is what I'll be entering in, and I'll do a quick flip through of that. I'll also add in this tab in particular, so I know where that section is in my planner. And then I'll probably add in some of these things I made in previous years, figure out what I want to have in there, and so on and so forth a little bit later, do more of a setup. But I just wanted to add in the planner for now, since it's already November, kind of behind. Usually put this in October. And yeah, it's been, like I said, a little crazy, a little cray-cray. I'm going to put this right in front of my yearly planner. Let me get to the schedule section. I wanted to put this in now because it does have a dated area and I need to start working on it. There are some things. Let's go ahead and put in the planner itself right now. Usually I do a dedicated video to set this up, but it's been a crazy time frame and I haven't been able to find a place to fit this in to my schedule. So we're going to do this now as part of the flip through setup. Okay, let me flip through it for you real quick. So this again is from my Etsy shop. I put one out every year. It doesn't make any major changes this year, but in previous years I've added pages and things as I saw the need and people requested. So it has become a little bit more full each year. I'm going to go ahead and put my tab in here since this is the dated part. And this tab I got years. Ooh, it's really tight on these discs. This I got years ago. I might have to adjust this from the sorry, I got distracted. From the Happy Planner. It used to have like stickers on it and like you could take them off, and it came out with one of the back to school things, but I just love that it's red and it like really stands out amongst all of my top tabs, so I know this is a special section. But oof, yeah, this is something's going on with these rings. I don't know if they're extra thick, but things are really hard to turn on these rings. So I'm gonna have to change those out, I think, come the my refresh for the holiday season. Anywho, back to this. So you get a number of monthly pages. It actually starts in September, but I don't usually need to start planning that far in advance. So I just started with November. I got that in, we got December, and then I put my holiday countdown next, and I need to fill that out. Usually I'll reference the previous year just so I kind of know what to do, but I fill out what the actual week spans are so I know the dates and then go from there. I also have a master holiday checklist, which is, again, just kind of handy to have when there's random things that need to be done. I have this seasonal event guide, which I'm excited to fill out again in my new place since there really wasn't anything going on where I lived before. Got my holiday card list, so I know who to send cards to. Gift giving list for presents. And I do double-sided on a lot of these just so I have enough room. For my Black Friday situation, I have, I think, 1.5 pages full. So I do a front, a back, and a front. And then I also have a Cyber Monday shopping list, which is a front or back, front, back. Yeah, so I have 6 pages total for all the store shopping that I usually do around the Black Friday holiday. Even though now it's like Black Friday is all month, I feel like now, and it's really hard to keep track of what I'm doing and where the sales are and what I need to get. So this actually ends up being super helpful, especially when I'm trying to track where to go and what to do and where I need to, get things from in particular. And along with that, I also print out a holiday order tracker. So if I have a bunch of different things being shipped to me, I can keep track of when they are supposed to arrive and if they did arrive, all that good stuff. We have a event menu planner, which I printed in case I thought I might be entertaining this year, but I don't think I'm going to be entertaining this year. So, but I remember I was thinking, oh, well, I'll do it for Thanksgiving. Because usually me and my husband will either just have a small meal at home or we'll go out. So in case I do decide to eat and make things at home, I have that. I also put a notes page on the back just in case I needed some additional notes going with that menu planner. I have my handmade Christmas project sheet, which is where I usually will brainstorm how I want my Christmas cards to look and any notes on that. And then I put another one in there in case I decide to do like a handmade gift, like a cookie box or a jar gift or something. And then I'll plan that out here as well. And then I just have some extra notes pages at the back for whatever comes up. And then the back cover. So that is going to be my holiday section, a new addition here into my schedule section. But I'm really not happy with these discs. I don't know what's going on. I don't remember these just being extra thick, but they have been a struggle for me lately. So might have to do something about that. Anyway, like I said, I'll start filling that out, and then hopefully I'll have a flip through for you so you could see what I've been designing and things in here during my December flip through, or actually my November flip through in December. Whew, okay. I think that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch, and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.